Nothing's going right tonight. Come on. I'm already there. Right, there we go at last. Right. So nothing's gone right now, has it? Everything's cocked up. Sorry about that. Everything. That phone call, I've got no idea who that was, but when um, when the when you get a phone call, it's okay until it ends, and on my phone, it goes to the end screen. The end screen there saying, "Oh, you've had a missed call." I'm terribly sorry, but terribly sorry you didn't get to speak to this person who was really, really interested in talking to you, and clearly they were, because that's 4 missed calls from a private number, and I find that annoying. I find it annoying that, for one thing, whoever it was didn't want to be revealed, and then beyond that, it's ruined my live stream. And you're joking, it's happening again. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Right, I'm still live. That time, looks like I got away with it. Anyway, so the next thing was to start this pizza off, and that's all gone wrong. How that's gone wrong, I don't really know, but the someone's having a Is anybody? Oh, look. Right, people are still here somehow. How that's happened, I don't know. Normally, when I've had an interruption before with phone calls, it disappears and there's no getting anyone back. So that's quite fortunate, isn't it? So at the moment, with 9 people watching at least, so maybe things can be okay for the rest of it. What isn't okay, though, I'll try and show you. That's what's left of my bread, because the rest of it, the consistency was just so sticky that I ended up with it caked all over my hands, and I just couldn't even get it off. Now my phone's sort of covered in flour instead, so this is the worst thing. The worst thing about cooking is cleaning up. And so what I have here is the cleaning up and no food. I can't just leave it all like this for the moment, so please fuck off. That's what I'm going to say if I answer that. Oh, right. So, trouble is, lots of people have got my phone number. Lots of people, and the more people you have having your number, eventually you're going to have someone who calls for that kind of joke. I suppose if well, I was going to say if I wasn't interrupted by these phone calls, would I be making such a mess of this Worktop, probably. But the difference is, I wouldn't find it so irritating. I just see it as part of what normally happens when it comes to making food. You've got to deal with mess. I was really looking forward to that beer as well, and now I've got to wait for another 9 likes. Seriously. This is the worst live stream ever, isn't it? It's getting worse because my because of having to mess with my phone so much, it's all covered in flour. So my phone's covered in flour. My microphone receiver's covered in flour. No doubt the pluggy thing's going to be covered in flour. And then before you know it, my microphone won't even work any longer. I bet there's a way I can switch off on incoming calls, but it's not something I've ever thought I can switch off on incoming calls, but it's not something I've ever thought needed to do. Oh, there's still some. There's some over there as well now. I'm walking around quite a bit more than I normally would be. Right, so sorry everyone who's watching. This is not the most exciting live stream, is it? Because in fact, since we've got back started again, I should be right now. I should be decorating a really rather exciting pizza and giving in to my appetite, which is now started to tell me to eat. So instead, I'm going to end up just having a beer and an empty stomach. Right, let's do some traditional live streaming then. By donning the old glasses, opening up the beer. I had my 19 likes before. I've got another 11 now, so I could theoretically say I've got 30, couldn't I? 30 likes, not bad, not too bad. Everything's still sticky. It's horrible bread, isn't it? You ever make bread? The amount of mess you make with it. It's probably the grottiest thing you can ever make. Right. Welcome back, everyone. Says the Greenwood. Greg Anderson. Oh. My presumption is that somebody's watching my live stream and just having a bit of a joke. Huh? I didn't hang up on anyone, of course, did I? I bet if I was just to give in and say, right, okay, I can't really do this live stream because somebody keeps calling, they won't call back. Take that call. It might. I've tried taking it. I did it before because it kept on. As soon as I answered it, they disappeared. Whoever it was. Must have bitten the man's ear. It cost an awful lot of comments here on the go. Let's see. Can I get through some before we get interrupted again? Let's click like again so he gets to 19 likes. He can have his drink. Well, thank you, Judge, but I'm having it anyway, as you can see. You won the Ugandan lottery. Just time to get myself a pork pie and a bag of crisps, says Dick Dastardly. Does pork pie count as food, I wonder? Well, I think it does, really, doesn't it? Because there's much more so than crisps, anyway. Everyone have a win, grab drinks and snacks and wash your hands first, says the Greenwood. Hello again, says Peter P. Well, what a crazy train we're riding, says Smashing Pistons. We're all riding it together. I don't suppose there's that much pig in there, even less than the proportion of potato in a bag of crisps. Well, yeah, but then potatoes are like that big. Pigs are huge, aren't they? Pigs are huge. Pigs are... What's the average weight of a pig? I'm sure it's something like 300 kilos. You know, the weight of 3 good-sized men. Because obviously they're not that tall, but they are incredibly dense. That's how you can get so much bacon off of them. Lol, yes, Mum. Hands washed, tea in hand. I only eat 6 of them. Probably is a pig and fat belly pig. Who did you put it? You did natural bossiness came out. Oh, I've been to Melton Mowbray, says Dick Dastardly, lots of times, but I've never seen a pork pie there. You've never seen a pork pie there. It's because they make them there, but they don't sell them there. They know what goes into them. Oh, I can't say that, can I? I'm sure they know what goes into them. Otherwise, they won't be able to make them, would they? There, got myself out of that one, didn't I? I had some bad news the other weekend, says Smashing Pistons. Terrible, in fact. Bears have stopped selling their short crust sausage rolls. Short crust sausage rolls? What kind of sorcery is that? I agree. Should be, if it's sausage roll, should be that crumbly stuff. What do we call it? I've forgotten. The crumbly... No. Short crust is crumbly, isn't it? Flaky, that's it. Flaky pastry. Flaky pastry on a sausage roll. Or any other kind of pie. I fancy a pie now. Here we go again. And we're back because, again, that was the third time I actually answered that. And, well, as soon as I answer, there's nobody there. So that would suggest it's kind of automated, wouldn't it? So I've just pressed the spam thing on there. Not what the problem with a private call is you can't really press spam, can you? Or can you? I don't know. Well, anyway, I've done that anyway. It seems like the only thing I can do is just to make them try and go away. Where was we up to? Pork pie trivia, says Dick Dastardly. In Leicester, there's a building known as Pork Pie Library because of its circular and looks like one. That is good trivia, actually. I like that. Good information. The kind of information that keeps us on our toes and keeps us awake at night. Very good. Thank you very much, Dick Dastardly. They're gone now. I don't think libraries anymore, though. Oh, no. Could be sample soup in different parts of the country. That would be super, yeah. Make sure you're back on live chat. Well, I am back on live chat now. But where was we up to? Gosh, this is a bit of a disaster. No food, no proper live stream. Terrible. And I'm apologising. Right, okay. Gosh. Right. Greg Anderson says, go into settings and block all unknown and private numbers. Right, okay. Right, yeah, I'll do that next time if they call again. So, that being, if this is a prank of some kind by somebody watching a live stream to just be annoying, that will be the next thing I will do. Oh, Simon. Well, where was it? Oh, right, I missed a lot, didn't I? Rover Joe's here somewhere, and Neil Gibbons is back. And phone calls are so 1980, they are, aren't they? I'm a bit deflated tonight, says Rob. Okay, right, well, they're calling again, so whoever it is. Well, there's a surprise. There's still 6 people here after all that. There's still 4 people here after all of that wait. Whilst I went into settings, and I think I've managed to block unknown numbers. But that's what it says, block unknown numbers, not... yeah, Ali Mac. You can't tell someone to Jeff off when there's no one there, though. That's the trouble. It's not about patience. It's about not having opportunity. Oh, I would definitely use some choice language given the opportunity. Right, so I've done the block unknown numbers. So a private number surely must come under that as well, mustn't it? I read someone saying somewhere about having a second phone. Oh, well, there's a point. I suppose what I could have done is actually do the live stream from the iPad, not the iPad, the tablet instead. But this is the first time that's happened. I've only had somebody call. I have all unknown numbers blocked, says Ali Mac. I will come back up and get to these unread comments in a moment as well. That should be enough to deal with it. But look at the time now. It's already 10 o'clock. So much of this live stream has been taken up by some... It's got to be a prank, hasn't it? It's got to be a prank. I mean, honestly, if it's a prank, I can have a laugh at that because I know that somebody would be laughing away at it and really having a right good bit of fun, just spoiling somebody else's fun. And I can accept and understand that. If it's just some sort of automated thing, then it's... Unknown numbers might mean people can't phone regarding car sales unless that goes through messages first. That's true, but no one's going to be phoning anyway. I haven't got my number on there. When I do my stuff on Facebook, I haven't actually got my number on there anyway, because you just rely on messages. Anyway, let's see who's still here. Probably going to miss a load. Anyway, hi Mustard says Rover Joe, does welding because he knows Jesus Christ, says the Greenwood. Possibly about that. Oh, I know Dolly's, aren't I? Oh dear, Rover Joe's a bit upset because he's ruined the sill that he made for the Honda and I can't remake it because I have no access to the folding machine anymore. Oh, geez. That is a bit annoying, isn't it? Is that the one that you cut a bit too short? There will still be a way, man. Do they have a carding shed? They could use perhaps a carding at the carding shed. The carding shed. Take the call, it might be something serious. If it's not, you can tell them to Jeff off and then switch into airplane mode. But right, Airplane mode means you don't have internet either, though, doesn't it? Airplane, means you don't have anything. Or am I wrong? I do like to be wrong. I like to be proven wrong by things. And I do mean that as well. When you're proven wrong, it means you have the opportunity to learn something. And we should all be embracing opportunities to learn things. What is it? Adults don't like to learn. They don't like to be told that they're wrong. They don't like to be corrected. That's why we have the term grammar Nazi. Because it's not so much that anybody that tries to correct someone on the way they're using language is being anything other than helpful normally. From what I've experienced, it's usually someone trying to help. Oh, look, we've got 25 people watching. Well, that's interesting. Maybe this worked out quite well. Maybe I'm going to have more people now for the next however long I'm going to do this for, just because it got so badly interrupted. Or maybe 25 people watching currently, just waiting for another interruption. I don't mind. 21. I agree. It's the police. They want to put him under arrest. Well, right, imagine if the police phoned you up to say, oh, we want to put you under arrest. Oh, right, yes, of course. Yes, thank you. He's so gorgeous. They want to put him under arrest. If it was serious, they wouldn't text or leave a voicemail. I'd say, take the SIM out of the phone and have a beer. There's another point. Yeah, I suppose I could have done that, couldn't I? Because, yeah. You're not supposed to take the SIM out whilst your phone's on, though, are you not? Because it can cause confusion to it. Barry Scrotter is here. Hello, Barry Scrotter. Nice to have you here. True, but then he wouldn't have the satisfaction of telling the idiot to Jeff off, which I didn't, did I? Yes, phone calls are annoying and they make me want to have a beer, says the judge. Definitely beer time. Hi, Barry. Hi, Barry. Hi. Lol. Good point. What are you doing? Peter P. Hello, Captain Mustard. Ali Mac. Hello, Ali Mac. That little tune is funny. Which little funny tune is that one? Are you talking about my ringtone, Simon? Because that is funny. It's supposed to be. It's called Adventures with Fred, if you didn't know. I'm still making tunes up pretty much every day. Every time I go to work, whilst when I put the kettle on, I always end up thinking, well, I'm waiting here for this, either, make a cup of tea, I'll walk away from the kettle, and then I come back and I've got to reboil it. So sometimes I'll just wait whilst it does its thing, switch the keyboard on, and just smack those keys until something comes out. Doesn't usually take long. I would say a couple of minutes of me starting. Just easily pleased, I suppose. Not bad, Barry. Hot, quite well. I'm in a good mood. How's you, Barry? Rover Joe, it's a classic car restoration place. It's a cafe and stuff just outside Homford. They have the gear for making panels. There we go, there's some information. But I think Joe really wants to do it all by himself, don't you? The joy of actually doing your own proper restoration against all the odds as well. Joe's a chap who's just basically took it upon himself to rebuild this car and learning how to do it as he's gone along. It's very, very admirable. Your cuppa is ready. Do you think you can grab it? Quite far from me, that, Simon. I may have to look into post something in a local group. Does the connection drop if you just let it ring out? Hopefully they'll get bored soon. Yes, it does. Whatever I do with that, as soon as the call ends, it just goes off to that screen where it basically tells you some information about whoever it was that called you, even when there's no information. I'm hot. I had to close the doors of my vehicle to hear. I need to hear earbuds. It's going to be hot in there then, isn't it? Tommy, says, greetings from Slovakia. I'm just stopping by to spread some love and positivity. Also hit the like button with the algorithm. Thank you very much, Tommy. Thank you very much indeed. And do come back if you want to do. I've been to Melton Mowbray to collect a load in my tanker, and it wasn't pork pies. Very good, Barry. Hope he's got the bugger this time. Hang on there, guys. Yeah, can you not block the number? Well, Joe, maybe, I don't know. I didn't think you could block a private call because that's not coming through as a number at all, is it? It's coming through as a private number. The only private number I know of, I don't know of any of them. That's the point. This is Bolty's fault. Bolty. International call from Moscow. Block report number. I hope you're hanging in there with me now, because now we're having international calls from Moscow. That's rather interesting, and I've just blocked them. But I don't understand. It's how could I block unknown numbers and then get an international call from Moscow? That's a really strange one, isn't it? But anyway, it does look a bit like if I just end it straight away there, I can get straight back to the live stream. Not such a big interruption. So maybe we'll have some more and something really exciting will happen. Or maybe that was an entirely different one altogether. And could have. You need to block international calls now. Cake. This is the reason I have 3 phones out, right? Queen King. Suspected spam this time. Yes. Block. Well, this is certainly bonkers, isn't it? Work one private, one and just camera for recording. Automated at this time at night, unless it's an individual. Automated at this time of night, though, unless it's an individual has done it. Can I interest anyone in a fight? Asks the hardest man in England. Yes, you can, because obviously the hardest man in England is something to be fought for, isn't it? So there'll be many people, maybe not on this live stream, probably not. You're probably on the wrong live stream. What you should do is do a search for fighty live streams where people. They don't have to hate each other. They just have to like fighting. They just like to use their fists, swinging them round like windmills into any unsuspected passers-by. That's the kind of people you need to talk to. And the hardest man in England, well, of course, you could lose your crown. That's the only thing. Your best bet, unless you really enjoy that fight, will be just to hang on to what you've got and not gamble it. Not a disaster, not your fault, says the Greenwood. Can't believe how sad some people are. Get a life FSS, says Greg Anderson. Well, it's a bit of a strange one, isn't it? Wouldn't it be weird if the next thing was an international call from somewhere else? Wonder if it was that Scrapman. Can you? You know, there are things you can have to block your IP address. I see that all the time. I forgot what it's even called. Who is it? Ashley Thingy Bob, the driving instructor bloke. I forgot what it's called now. He's always gone about this thing. Oh, and also Jay Foreman had this advertisement for blocking internet addresses and stuff like that. I wonder if you can do something where your internet address or your phone can be diverted to another country first, so you can have that. So in actual fact, that caller might just be in Todmorden. Wouldn't it be amazing if we found out all this time, it was actually Tyler Kennedy? This is the physical equivalent of spamming in the chat, but it's worse because it interrupts it. It's hard to tell you two apart, Simon. Yeah. Sophie Ellis Baxter is here. Hello, Sophie Ellis Baxter. He's back. Have a swirly. Don't go on the dance floor. Good point. Good advice there from Simon to Sophie Ellis Baxter. Are there any dance floors in Mordor? I saw the real Sophie Ellis Baxter once in a band called The Audience. Swoon. I will go on the dance floor. No, lol. No. No, mustard's okay, Simon. Don't you worry about me. Don't you worry about me. I'm okay. I mean, I can't really be going on for much longer anyway, because it was 8:30 I started originally, wasn't it? And there's still other things for me to do this evening. And I do have a video to edit as well. So I'm going to say that this live stream will probably only go on for another 10 minutes at the most. And then I can get up and try and find something else to cook. Wow, I really am a very long way behind with these comments, actually. Yeah, so Guinness, Stella, some beer, that's okay, mustard, Stella, Lucky Stella. I'm an ice cold pop tonight, says Barry. Don't mind Stella, but I'd rather dark beer. Me too. Me too. Try Kronenberg for once. Try the Kronenberg for once, says Greg. Not had one of those for quite a while. Simon's going to sleep. Take care, you funky peeps. All distorted and wonky. I think you're right, Captain, says Udridge. I've got a PN Tuners ringtone too. Oh, I forgot about even offering them out. I should do that again, shouldn't I? But there's just so many of them. Ida Sweeney saying, we're the Sweeney, son, and we haven't had any dinner. The Minder theme tune. Dylan says, you are my favourite YouTuber. Thank you, Dylan. Shit a brick, international call. You need to block international calls now later. Did you give your number to someone? I am out of service at the moment. Impossible for me to call someone. Greenwood.com. MD Hamid Usman. Homemade Triple H. I don't need to call him. I see him on the screen and hear in my ears right now. Hardest man in England. And I don't live in Moscow. Praps. Oh, that's a good abbreviation. Praps. Perhaps it's our lovely friend from last night. Who's that? Virtual IP, direct phone from somewhere else. Yeah. It's probably a voice IP setup. Anyone like stout? I do, Greenwood. I do. Look at this. I've actually caught up with comments by reading through them quite quickly. Because I think the point is once comments aren't getting read out, people stop posting them. Oh, rude. Oh, Ron. Used to drink Guinness years ago. Still don't have it now. Ron. Gosh, he was a strange one. Hooked on Classics is here. Yes. I'll tell you briefly something about that chap. He used to comment on all of my videos and he said the same thing. He used to say, you make me smile when all I want to do is cry. And I thought, that's a nice thing to say. It's a nice thing. And then one day, I had a friend request from somebody with the same name on Facebook. And at the time, I was accepting friends on Facebook. These days, I don't tend to do too much because there are going to be people I don't know normally, and it makes more sense for me to just have my profile open so people can just see the stuff I put on there and like or whatever they want to do. I don't really need, it's easy just to have followers on Facebook. And the same with like YouTube. If YouTube works in the way where you don't have people subscribing, but you have friends. So then the more friends you have, the more views you get. Imagine if I had like 6,500 friends on YouTube. That'd be an awful lot of videos and content that I wouldn't be able to watch. And then the stuff I really did want to watch, I would completely miss. So I figure it's a bit like that it makes more sense to just let people follow on Facebook. Anyway, there's a bit of a distraction. But anyway, so this character came up as a friend request, and so I recognised the name, and so I accepted it. And then quite soon, I saw some of the things you were posting, and they were really rather disturbing. Like just really, really strange pictures of himself, looking like in absolute agony. But it wasn't just one or two. There'd be like a post with about 6 or 7 pictures of him like this, and I thought it was a joke at first. I really did. I thought this man's got a sense of humour, but no, he was serious. He was seriously in this kind of state of complete manic state. So obviously, I felt quite sorry for him. But he had quite a few friends, and I've heard him referred to as all my friends are bastards, basically. But the thing is, not really anybody was paying any attention to these posts that he had up there, because of exactly that. But anyway, it just happened to turn really weird. Now, I mentioned this with our friend Skick in the past, where I was quite happy to have Skick about, but what was happening, he was getting way too demanding. So many people here, many people know me personally, send me emails and stuff like this, send me personal messages on Facebook, that kind of thing, and they understand that I can't always answer everything straight away, and that it might be the next day, it might be not at all, because a conversation always comes to a natural end at some point, doesn't it? But Skick wasn't doing that kind of thing. He would get annoyed because I didn't reply to him, even if it wasn't something that I didn't even think needed a reply. He even did it on one of my live streams where he told me it wasn't good enough. But this Ron chap was the same thing, and in fact, I thought they were the same person to start with. And he did, I had... I let him have my email address, and he did exactly the same thing where he went on a proper bender at me because I forgot to reply to an email. And that was enough of a sign, really. But I didn't hear from him for weeks after this, and then suddenly he was being incredibly toxic about anything I posted because I didn't answer a bloody email. So, yeah. It makes me a bit more wary of actually people I accept as friends on Facebook anyway. But I can't see that's the same person because I never gave him my number. And it's not the same person that somebody else messaged me last night and suggested that Ron's actually this other person that many of us know, and it's definitely not. Anyway, I probably should do some just quick catching up and then some quick going, actually. Oh, Jimmy Quinn. Oh, and Dinosaur Dad was here as well. Gosh, quite an awful lot. Rude. That's how we got to talk about Rude Ron. Yes, Hooked on Classics. Hooked. Barry struggling. Yes, I got rid of about 500 people on Facebook, says Ali Mac. I need a Facebook cull, says Simone. I think that's the you've got a number of people as friends on Facebook. There's always going to be one that annoys you after a while, isn't there? Dino Dad says hello, Dino Dad. Yes, someone did it after Tina got hacked. Jimmy Quinn, hello Jimmy. Windy Miller's here. Oh, lovely Windy Miller. How great. Windy. Says Greenwood. You look like you were doing well the other day. Ah. Plop Windy. Like your honesty, Captain Mustard. Thank you. Windy old chum. Yeah, Windy's definitely a chum, isn't he? He's a chum of the channel. Barry, yesterday's vid was actually yesterday. The boot area kept blowing through the metal and I'm worried it's too rotten. OJ Simpson. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. Are you American? Yeah. I'm from Nebraska. It's hot, isn't it? I've got a bit of sweat mowing the lawn today. It doesn't sound remarkable. It takes longer for the mower to mow the lawn. All right, I see. Like vacuum. I'm correcting you here, Tracy. Like vacuuming, lol. Being hot here today. Hi all. Diners are down. Yes, someone did see that blowing through. Oh yes, the trick is not to pull the vacuum cleaner away. Yes. Ooh, that was good about the ZS. Says Dino. I never even talked about that. I was actually going to talk about that in further detail, but I'm not going to do now. I try not to do anything strenuous. Right. So, so you don't mind. Some people don't mind. Anyone got any tips on how to deal with people parking on your private parking place? Asks Windy Miller. I think you just simply have to know the law, don't you? And if the people parking in your private parking place knows the law, then you're in trouble. Puddycat's here. Puddycat, you're too late. You missed all the fun and action and everything. Oh, I have a large trolley jack that solves that problem, Windy. It's not a shame that because you're not even supposed to do that. You're not supposed to move somebody else's vehicle. Defecate on their bonnet. Law says I can't do anything. Stupid law. Is this one of those things where someone's blocking your driveway? I need a second opinion on the car. Some assistance with the car would really help. Remember the old... right. Remember the old trick with a stick on wheel balancing weight? Oh, that's sabotage. I live in Scotland. We have some great laws, says Ali Mack. I've been a bit careless with chain lube was. Right, anyway, look, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to go. I'll tell you exactly why I need to go. There's a few reasons. One is I need to get something to eat. Come back to a second. I do need to get something to eat, and I do actually just want to get my t-shirt and anything else off because I'm too hot. I just want to sit in front of a fan. That's how hot it is tonight in here. I don't mind being corrected at all. I just hate the the know-it-alls who think they are correcting me when it's me who is right. Lol. Any tips on male pattern baldness? Asks Puddycat. What tips could you possibly have? You can't stop it from happening, can you? Not naturally. I mean, you could hide your bald bits by having a comb over, or you could have an operation to have new bits of hair stuck in your head. But they're not tips, are they? They're just things that you can do. Short and sweet, says Dino Dad. Well, it's not, because it's been a live stream in 2 parts, full of interruptions. Oh, nice. Not nice. If you had built 5 Silver Rovers, no one would be able to park anywhere. It's okay, I understand you have things to do. I might write my objections in a marker pen on the back of the offending vehicle. Bye, Mustard. Next time I will try to be prepared with a knee slapper of a joke. That would be good, actually. Stick rude pics on the passengers. Knee slapper. It is a good one. Yeah, it is. I'm a cock. Ta-ta for now, says Windy. I've been hooked on classics. Oh, hang on. We have a joke. Should finish this on a joke, shouldn't we? And that is from Puddycat. Two guys are walking down the street and come upon a dog licking his balls. One guy says to the other, "I wish I could do that." The other says, "I'd pet him first." Brilliant. Thank you very much, Puddycat. Righty. Okay. I'm off. Right. Okay. Bye-bye for now. I'll see you in the next one.